think the battle. I'm sorry. Even with Harryhausen's stop motion, the fight looked more real to me in the original one.
It was a better fight.
Then the fight against him was better, I think, in the original.
Yeah.
Argue or agree?
I want to agree with you, because all the after effects were done 3D. I saw it in 3D. Was done after the fact.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's like out of focus. If I shot
So did anybody think the fight was better against the Scorpions in the new one?
Yeah, I thought. You feel like the new one was better?
It seemed a little more unreal given the size difference.
Yeah.
They're giant scorpions!
And the whole film was sucking at that point anyways. I mean, that was the best they had at that point.
You must remove the biases of the entire film and break it into tiny.
Oh no, we're just talking about the Scorpions.
Just the Scorpions.
This is a complaint. Trust me, we have other points of complaint down the road. Trust me.
4,
yeah, the 4 more. Yeah. I'm gonna call it. Scorpions. The original were better. Calabas. Okay. The original Calabas. You know, the guy that was originally supposed to marry Andromeda. Killed the last of the Pegasi. You know, cursed by Zeus, living in the swamp, terrorizing the city.
Cool ring.
Cool ring. The new one. Dad? Stepdad, I'm sorry. You know, you have daddy issues. That's Calabas.
With not quite the final power.
You couldn't even use a whip properly.
True.
You kind of use it like Indiana Jones in The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Here, take it. Too far away.
Reach for it. Are you kidding me?
Does anybody think that the Calabas in the new movie was better? In any way, shape, or form?
Virgil went.
Okay.
Karos.
The boatman.
The boatman.
Takes you across the river Styx.
I kind of like the new one.
Why? Was he better?
Just kind of freaky.
I think you should ask Doris.
Freaky.
So wait a second. So you're saying that the Charon in the new one was creepier, gave more of that, you know, I am the one that takes to the dead. I do not speak to you. Get on my boat and I will take you.
I would counter with he runs a pleasure cruise for immortals in the bottom of his boat.
Yeah.
That's true. Wait, is that point away? Point 4?
That's a pointing guess.
That's a pointing.
It's a ferry. It shouldn't be a yacht.
Exactly.
I have to counter with the old one because the new one, it did look cool, but it looked way too much. The old one just had a simple, here's death, I'm going to take you to it on the boat now.
See, I would have to say that the new one was creepier and cooler, except for the fact that you had people get it on in the you know, down in the
It was,
I mean, come on,
it was,
seriously.
yeah, it wasn't a boat.
I understand, you know, this is a slow boat to hell, but good God. Is it that slow?
So now you're penalizing Karen for not keeping on with guests?
Yes!
Yes!
The captain is responsible for everything that happens on his ship. Ask anybody that's ever been in the Navy.
And correction, it's not the hell, it's the Hades. It's not the same.
Whatever. I'm sorry. Original wins again. Medusas.
I like the new one.
I like that.
Harryhausen.
Okay. Well, Harryhausen already has 1 point automatically because he's Harryhausen. He's cool as hell.
Why was the new Medusa's
Why was the
cooler?
one better?
She just seems that much more lethal.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that the new Medusas.
She's not just trying to look at you, she's trying to like shoot you.
What I felt was cool was when you saw the Medusas, she still kind of looked like a beautiful woman with that little snakes, but right before she attacked, her whole head kind of morphed into a snake. I like it.
So even though Harry had cool stuff, the special effects for her were better. She was deadlier, so we already got 2 points.
And she was prettier.
You know what? I would say also when we talked about it, who agreed that the Medusa and the new one had better strategy?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the original one, everything was 2D, right? Everything was 2D. In the new one, all those layers, she was slipping up, down.
She was up and down. And,
Maybe I want to look at her. They would feel bad for me. Finally did kill her.
you know, they almost.
I really did. Like, she seems so tragic.
So actually, another point because you actually felt something for this one.
Yeah.
Except
Which
for
actually, the
that.
original Medusa was a
Yeah, the
woman
last
that was
one.
hers.
Right.
A little much.
Yeah.
She She had a very annoying Harley Quinn laugh.
Yeah,
All right. Well, hey, new one wins.
Okay.
New producer's better.
All right.
And lastly, can anyone do this? Come on, somebody give me your best.
Unleash the Kraken.
Wait, are you talking about the line or the monster?
Kraken.
Oh. I thought the
No,
line.
we're not doing the line. That was the line.
Original already has 1 point for Harry House.
I would have liked the way the new one looked if I haven't already. I would have liked the way it looked if I didn't already see Cloverfield.
Exactly.
Before.
Thank you.
If I haven't seen that and didn't know that it was going to be the
1
same
point for
monster,
the old
I
one.
liked
It's
it.
not the Cloverfield monster redone.
Wasn't the original Kraken more sort of humanoid, or am I making it up?
Slightly.
No, it was four-armed, it was kind of, it actually looked more like the creature from
It was
Black
less
Lagoon.
than, see, I got my Kraken with tentacles, so I like the new one better.
Yeah.
So you say the original new one gets points for tentacles?
With tentacles, yeah.
Did anyone have?
Well, normally now, these days, Kraken usually you subscribe to large octopus.
Give her a point for tentacles. All right, one for tentacles.
One for tentacles. Counter.
You know, just like a troll or something.
That's just what.
So what?
You look like a troll or something.
The new one or the old one?
New one.
The new one. That's bad.
I don't remember him having tentacles in the new one.
The new one.
The new one had
No,
tentacles.
the new one, yeah.
I was asleep by then.
But didn't it have a face?
You were asleep by then.
I wasn't watching the movie at that point. I was
Probably let down
staring at
by-
the
Both got killed by a really tiny guy, of course.
At this point, I mean,
Yeah.
the old one win. Old is winning 2-1.
What?
Anyone else got any other reason other than like the new one had tentacles, which are kind of cool as to why the new one was better?
Had a better entrance. I like.
You know, actually, it should be one more point for the Kraken since he was asleep before they knew him out.
Yeah.
The rest of the movie put you to sleep so you couldn't even see the Kraken.
Boring. Yeah.
I wasn't really asleep. I was just staring at the artwork on the wall in the theater.
Avert your eyes! Oh, no!
This horned monster, it was what part of his, it was under his control.
In the old one, the Kraken responded to both Zeus of Poseidon, and the new one he was Hades' bitch.
So that's a point.
Against the new one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Old one wins.
Old one wins. So overall, the new one only won Medusa. Old Clash of the Titans is better.
Woohoo! What the monster category?
Well, monster categories, yes.
Okay.
Mother, shall we do moms? Mother,
Yes!
Mother, who's the creepiest mom? Miss Voorhees or Mrs. Bates?
Mrs. Bates! Don't even go anywhere else.
Why?
Why?
Because you don't know, it's not really her. It's her son portraying her. Mrs. Voorhees, you're thinking, okay, you're thinking it's this big, bad guy who obviously is not really her running through the woods because she's not that big. She's not scary. She's just, I'm going to chop you off one thing. In Psycho, the whole entire movie is suspense. The whole thing is suspense. It's not just, oh, I'm going to slash you, you're dead. It's suspense. You don't know who it is, where they're coming from.
Well, I guess you sound like you're saying that Mrs. Bates is so evil that she lives on through her son, whereas
Well,
Her son is
right, 1, 2, 3.
He is portraying her.
Well, what she said about Mrs. Voorhees is you think she's this nice lady. That's what makes her terrifying is she's so nice and all of a sudden she's trying to cut you down with an axe or a knife or whatever. That to me is really scary. Mrs. Bates wasn't even in existence the entire movie. So I can't
Mrs. Voorhees,
say
what
for
sucks you in? You think she's nice? Everywhere we hear Mrs. Bates, though, in Psycho, what we know she's kind of
But we
nuts.
can't really speak to her character because we have no idea what she was like. She's
Oh no, back here. No, we're going 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Well, in Psycho, well, my problem with Friday the 13th mom is she wasn't really killing anybody until her son died. Now, Mrs. Bates, granted, herself didn't kill anybody, but in Psycho 4, when it's talking about his beginning, it shows Mrs. Bates had problems, long before Norman started cross-dressing. And, in that scene where he gets the happy in his pants when he's in bed with her during the storm and she pushes him out into the storm, and just how the shit she keeps doing to him keeps getting worse throughout the film. The evil was already there. It didn't just spark out of her son's death like Mrs. Voorhees.
She was born.
She was messed up from the get-go.
this is a question about moms. Diesel wins default because there is no mom. She's already dead in the first movie.
It's Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, I like that argument.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock.
One for just being Alfred Hitchcock.
I mean, pretty much up like maybe
One for Alfred Hitchcock.
like 4-1 for Mrs. Bates.
I think you should have
Call it.
It's
All
white.
Mrs. Bates.
Whiny.
Whining.
All right, who's the whiniest vampire? Louis or Edward?
Why?
Oh, he's sparkles.
That's not whiny because he
Barely has any of the names, and then somehow manages to find wine just as much.
Actually,
Uh-oh, Munchkins.
Stella is one of those annoying characters. She's so annoying, whiny, and the fact that everyone even tries to get to him makes him equally as whiny.
Whiny by proxy.
Plus 3 points.
White. I like it.
Next.
Edward is always whiny because he always misses Bella when he has to go away.
Is that an excuse?
Oh, and he cries a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah. I was reading it.
Cries about things that don't
Okay. Still white.
I've seen him for 5 days. No.
Edward, he's considered a good-looking guy, and he doesn't even have real legitimate reasons to be whiny. Louis, at least in Interview with the Vampire, had legitimate reasons to complain. Edward is just like, oh, I didn't use the right gel in my hair, or my texture.
Louis has no reasons to whine.
So what you're kind of saying is instead of a 17-year-old guy, or an 18-year-old guy is going after a 16-year-old girl in statutory rape, but if a 117-year-old guy goes after a 16-year-old girl, it's really sick.
It's awesome, actually.
You crossed the You crossed the line.
Back.
The thing about Edward is his maker was Carlisle, and I'm sorry, but Carlisle's like the sweetest dad ever, and Louis' maker is Lestat, who's a dick.
And Tom Cruise.
So does that mean he gets the wine?
So who's whinier?
Louis gets to whine, but it's a legitimate reason. Edward's whinier because he's got a sweet life and he still complains.
So Edward has no reason to whine, yet he still whines.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
And Louis mopes.
Yeah, I call it more moping than whining per se.
I don't know, I haven't read.
But we're not having a fight over Louis' name.
Right.
But I've seen I don't recall Edward whining to the priest.
It's not so much whining as it is
whining.
Edward is hundreds of years old. How many girls do you think he's been with? That's
None, because he's a loser.
That's true. Wait a second. I would give a time frame. Louis has whined soon after he was created, up to almost the 20th century. Edward's whined for a couple years.
Well, we don't know how long he's been whining.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
what
he
about
wanted
making
it.
Rosalie?
Huh?
He didn't want to make Rosalie. He bitched about that.
Well, bitching and whining are two different
Maybe
things.
we understand that he has right to wine, that he actually has a background in things that would make one wine. Louis, yeah, Louis.
Yeah, but see, Louis asked for it, okay? You ask for it, you get it, and all you do is spend the next century and a half complaining about it. I'm sorry, you're a whiny little bitch. As I understand the story, I haven't read the books, but as I understand the story,
That's accurate.
Edward,
pretty accurate.
Edward didn't ask for it. Somebody else wanted him, asked for it to be returned.
Vampire.
There you go. Louis was whiny before he was a vampire.
Good point.
That still makes Edward more fire.
I'm going to call it, Edward still wins as whiny, but not as much as you might think.
It's true. I was whiny, but
As close as you might think. It's like, we're going to Huh? Yeah, we'll end it there with the whiny people.
Bella Lugosi thanks you for
As they do
us
so much
class. And we thank you for showing up with us and letting us pick on all of you for it.
Yeah. Oh, if we're here next year, you can come and actually throw things at us.
Yeah.
Ideas, not